Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to KRSchannel. After a whole year of being here in this house, I finally had the time to put this thing up. Man, talk about a lazy fool like me. So, today we are gonna be doing our video on conjunction of Sun, Moon, Venus, Rahu. No, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rahu. That's 5! 4. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rahu. And what happens when these 4 planets are conjunct in your horoscope? Okay? And as always, if you do not know where these planets are, if they're conjunct, what sign they're in, what house they're in, what nakshatra they're in, all the other astrological details, for that check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, Aspects, and Mahadashas at the Speed of Light, including all my consultations here. And I know many people comment still, where can I get your book? Where can I get this and that? I'm like, did you watch the first 2 minutes of the video? What do I say here? I gotta check on your Mercury, some of you people. So, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rahu. The mind, the soul, the pleasure, and eccentricity coming together. You've got an enchilada here. So, first of all, as you know, Moon is representing your mind. How you think, how you behave, how you perceive things. It's your comfort zone. What's the things that make you happy and comfortable. That's what mind is. Mind always looks for these things. Obviously, mind is the emotion, the emotional part of ourself. Whether am I emotional or am I not? Do I cry when I see a emotional movie, or do I just brush it off as stupid? So that's what mind is. Then Sun pretty much represents the internal universe of us. Sun is not just a soul. Sun is born as a spirit, which is trying to convert itself into a soul. Spirit is something that could be here right now around me, wandering, unfulfilled. Soul that excels to the other dimensions, to the other lokas. Sun represents the individual ego. I am me, Kapiel Raaj. I teach astrology. I'm passionate about astrology. So that's me. Then you have Venus. Venus is my ability to love you, my ability to be passionate with you. It's my pleasure senses. What gives me pleasure? Does religion, spirituality, teachers gives me pleasures, or romance, love, lustfulness, sex, children give me pleasure? Or is it just marriage that gives me pleasure? Or is it money that gives me pleasure? That's Venus. Then Rahu comes in. Rahu is a very foreign element. Rahu kind of like takes something, like if you take a planet and if you put Rahu next to it, it's like you're injecting steroids into that planet, and that planet just like bulks up. Like, oh, I can take you on. So Rahu is this energy that blows everything up. Rahu is the energy that is quite unorthodox, eccentric, loves to do foreign things, exotic things, loves the fame, loves the money, loves the pleasures, always unfulfilled. Is very independent. It likes to choose its own way into things. It does not want to be guided. So obviously, as you know, Sun also represents your father, Moon represents your mother. And because Venus Rahu is here, tells me that your mother actually chose your father as a love marriage. This also shows that you as an individual, who you are as a person, it's all about creative self-expression, arts, media, sports. When it comes to sports, there's nobody more creative than you, because Venus represents sports. Okay? Because remember, sports is something which is fun, creative. It takes creativity to be good in sports. And when you have especially Rahu there, it's like exploding the energy of these things. This person is also very lustful. This person wants to be with a man or a woman who's of a different culture, ethnic background, who is very sexual in nature. They look for that promiscuous, lustful sex, in people, and there's nothing bad about it. Don't think like this is like oh my God, look at these people. No, it just, they want to have the most fun. They just don't want to be all boring and having sex when to just to create the kids. They just want to have it all day if they could. For them, it's pleasure. Remember, Venus. See, you got to understand this. Venus is best friend with Rahu. Okay? Rahu hates sun and moon. What happens is Rahu injects the steroids in everybody and Venus gets the best of it. So Venus makes the person creative, artistic, sexual, lustful, romantic, in demand. But then it shuts down their mind and moon and sun. Meaning they will make wrong choices in terms of marrying the type of person. Being in a relationship with type of a person who may take advantage of them, who may be just marrying them for money, for their gold. They will probably run into women who are something else from outside, but internally they're something else. But the thing is, the individual is the same way. Don't think the individual is different. The individual will show himself something else from the front, but is something else from the back. So what you sow, you reap. You're looking for an energy kind of like yours with this. Why? Because your body, mind, and soul are all connected with this. Especially if this occurs in the ascendant, then body, mind, and soul are connected with everything. So now you are this individual who throwing this vibration out in the universe that I want somebody like this. Somebody who's quite fake as me, who kind of boosts his or herself like me. So you get it. And due to that immaturity, if this person gets married in a very immature way, gets married early because they found the most hottest person, hottest girl, hottest boy, and then it doesn't work out because they're like, whoa, I didn't expect this from you. Oh, you're treating my mom and dad like this. Well, of course, Venus is conjunct Rahu. Rahu is using Venus against sun and moon. That's where you got to understand the enemies and friendshipness in astrology. Sun and Venus are enemies. Rahu and moon are enemy. Rahu and sun are enemy. Moon consider Venus neutral. So this is why the moon itself is being bombarded with all these energy, and this person feels like they need to exert it because now moon, Rahu, and Venus kind of form an invisible circle. Because moon is like neutral. Moon is like, look, just give me pleasure. Just give me peace of mind. That's all I need. Whether I get it with a Ferrari, whether I get it with a hot woman, just whatever. And then sun, the soul, gets eclipsed. So what this shows is a person who does not really know their true ego, who they are as a person. They're just trying to see what the world is thinking of. That this person specifically cares about what everybody thinks about them. What kind of an image they have of him. So this person will always, he or she will always try to put out an act or a face out front. Like, yes, I'm successful. I've got money. I've got great education. So even if they just have a bachelor's degree, they'll probably boost, oh yeah, I have my master's degree too. I have my PhD as well. I'm a gold medalist in this, and I'm this, and I'm that. So that boastfulness come because look, the moon and sun, moon which is here, moon is right between your eyebrows, sun which is here. These two planets are within us. So they're being eclipsed. So your heart is not really pure. You're looking for love which is not pure. Mind is thinking and looking at signals which are not of the right vibration. Because remember, mind filters the thoughts that come in. How do the thoughts come in? Thoughts come in through planets. The vibration of the planets bring in thoughts in us. We think our mind is thinking about thoughts. It's not. Our mind does not create nothing, zero. The vibration that is hitting this mind, this body, makes us think about something. So with this mind, a person will always think about lustful thoughts. Always think about, okay, I'm gonna go to club this Friday and I wanna have that hottest woman. I wanna have this Ferrari. I wanna do that. I wanna try this new drug. The thoughts are coming in through planets. And so the sun and moon are blocked because Rahu has eclipsed him, especially depending upon how close the degree is of Rahu, and especially if Rahu has the higher degree, Like if it's at 20 degree and sun and moon are below 20 degree, that means it's coming near as sun and moon because it's going backwards. Sun and moon are going forward. Bam. So there's always this friction. And every year you get older, that progression of the planets come closer, 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 closer. So maybe that, let's say if it really comes at the age of 22, 23, 24, you'll make some stupid mistake, like marrying somebody who wasn't even the right person for you at all. But where this conjunction has the biggest advantage is in creative fields, artistic fields, entrepreneurial fields where you are building things which are bigger, which are material. On the spiritual plane, the way this person can really find their spiritual plane, if it's in the water sign. Water signs will really help this person neutralize their ability to, go towards material things versus spiritual things. And you got to understand, material world is there even in spirituality. How? All these people that you hear about meditating in Himalayas, they're in samadhi. They are in such deep sadhana. And people don't realize when you go into this sadhana, this samadhi, where you're meditating for like 20 years, 30 years without food, without water, you know what's happening? You're feeling sorry for this person. Like, oh my God, how are they able to do this in cold? But guess what? They have created a whole new universe within themselves, where they could be a king of a city, where they could have a nice warm blanket and they could be drinking hot chocolate in front of the most beautiful fire. They create that universe within them. That's what we don't realize. That, oh my God, what are they getting from meditating? Oh, you don't realize. They're already in a different dimension universe where they have all the fame, they have all the big skyscrapers, apartment and houses for themselves. That's what they create. That's what you don't realize. It's that everything that you want, everything that you see outside, you can create even better inside. That's what this represents. So Rahu can actually bring that. If let's say it's in the sign of Pisces with sun and moon, Rahu will make Venus far more obsessed and far more lustful about the astral world, more than the earthly plane. If this is occurring in the earth sign, okay, or the air sign, yes, these are the two signs, qualities where this person will be more about their desires, their material desires, their status desires. In fire signs, they will be very ego boosted about themselves. And it will require burning of their ego for them to really realize who they are, which comes from getting the ego hurt and burned. So maybe they're boosted about themselves, like, oh, look at this, look at me. And then suddenly they have their money taken away, their fame taken away. And then they realize, oh, everything's burned out. So you have to realize the sign they're in, and then that's how they will realize how they move from one angle to the other. Okay? So guys, this was my analysis of Sun, Moon, Venus, Rahu conjunction. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your conjunctions are, all your planetary placements, my books, reports, consultations, for that, click on the link here. Otherwise, we'll see you tonight with the interview of Santos Bonacci, Mr. Astrology himself. See ya.